Hola, ¿cómo estás, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome. This is B.d.B, and this video is going to be all about Dimensions End challenge, and it's going to be from July 1st all the way to the 29th of this month. Now remember, Dimensions End is permanent content. It's not time limited, but the challenge is for this month. So in this video, it's not going to be a play-by-play, stage-by-stage video. You can find that easily all over YouTube. Instead, I'm going to give you a few advices of how to tackle this challenge successfully and get you rewards. So let's get started, shall we? The first advice I would give you is to set your goal. Remember, we have to beat only 13 stages, not 14, not 15, not 20, just 13. So you have to be focusing only of how to beat 13 chaos stages. Now the reason I have to mention this is to not get distracted by the upcoming content. If you feel like the stages from 15 to 20 is too difficult and you would need your strongest characters for them, by that time, trust me when I say this, you would get more characters built, and by that time you probably would already have gotten burst and LD weapons. So what I'm saying is to go all out and don't worry about locking your strongest characters, because either way you would need just to beat these stages to complete these challenges and get those extra rewards. So if you're very new to the game, so you're just playing for a few months or you just started, I would say don't worry about those extra rewards, because they meant for people who started for or played for a long time. But you can still beat at least, I would say, the first stage, and your goal, I would say, is the 5th stage at maximum. Now when it comes to those who have been playing for a while now or since day one, I would say you can go through all these stages all the way to 12, which is one of the toughest stages, and I would show you all my team and where I got or struggled most of the time, or which stages I would say you probably would need more or strong characters for that, and that's what I'm going to do in this video. Now my second advice for you is just don't get stressed, don't get discouraged about the difficult content. Just use your best characters, your best feel for the stage. Try it yourself, see how it goes. If you feel like your characters are too weak, just make sure that you're maximizing their potential by maxing their summon or esper boards, whatever you call them, and all the common sense thing that you would have to do to your characters, maximizing their level, their crystal level, all their passives and their weapons. Either way, it's not gonna be that easy. So do what you can do and see how long you can go. And remember, in the end, it's just an extra rewards, and in the future things are going to be very easy with level 80, and again what I said about burst and LD weapons. My third and last advice for you is to just try to progress in the game and wait for the right time. In the month of July we will have more and stronger characters are coming, and I really don't like to tell anyone where to pull, where not to pull, but I would definitely recommend getting Arania's and Garnet's weapons. And for everyone or anyone struggling with summon boards, I would say wait until the 13th of this month, because we will have the Ultimate Alexander, and at that time you would have those super synergy characters, and you can go through all other espers with those characters and build up the characters that you need for these stages or for the challenge. That's all the advices that I would like to share with you. I hope these are helpful, and remember, for every stage you clear or finish, you will get more ingots, resources, and with those you can build more characters. More characters means more power to your roster, and you will get through as many stages as you could. Now I'm going to the game and show you all the teams that I used from 1 to tier 12. Okay, so I recorded the video showing all the teams, all stages one by one, but the audio just got so messed up and I had to do screenshots over again. So as you can see now, this is just a quick rundown of all the team that I used. I didn't do any solos or duos, all of them 3 characters teams. And now I'm going to show you all the screenshots that I've done, just to click on the teams one by one. Okay, very simple, very easy first stage. It wasn't that difficult. Was a bit worried about the bombs on the 3rd wave, but in the end I found out it's not that hard. In fact, the last stage was a bit worrisome more to me, and the only struggle with the first stage is just of me thinking of my characters are too strong for the first stage, so I had to change them all over again and again. So I settled with the team that you're seeing, and the only purple character maxed out is Rosa, which protected the team, and also both Noel and Lilith has their own pluses, but they are 0 out of 3, so no ingots spent on them, which is fine at this stage. Second tier also has 1 purple character in Porum, and I would say it went so simple because of her protecting the team. The others are simply there. Good damage by Renoir and Seymour for his debuffs, which both of them are 0 out of 3 pluses. Okay, the 3rd tier is somewhat difficult / annoying, so I had to bring my Warrior of Light, which is 0 out of 3. Ultimisia is the only purple in this team. Fran is 0 out of 3. But yeah, it went smoothly because of Warrior of Light and his OP shield at this moment. Maybe later on I'm probably gonna release him from this early stage, and it could be also for the 2nd stage or 2nd tier for Porum. But at this moment, I'm happy with this team taking the 3rd tier. Tier number 4. As you can see, I used 3 purple characters, which is fine. At this moment, I had enough, and I said I have a lot of characters built up, and I want to use them because I'm not a fan of solos and duos. But it really depends on the future, and if I need to do something whenever they release 14 all over 20, at this moment I'm really happy with this team taking this stage. And tier number 5, I used Gloof and Cloud as my purple characters, and I added Bards with them. 0 out of 3 Bards, and it went so simple. Again, Gloof protected the team easily from all the physical attacks in this stage, and it went so simple. Tier 6, as soon as I saw what's inside it, our best friends, the Marlboros, I just had to use Yuna here, and as you can see, my Yuna is barely built. She has her plus weapon, which is just 0 out of 3. Freya actually helped out a lot in this stage too with her batteries, and also she protected me from one fatal attack. I can't remember which wave that happened, but someone did one all attack and all my HP went to 1 because, as you know, Freya's EX protects you from one fatal attack. And I think I survived because also Aranya is here and she destroyed this whole stage by herself as for damage dealer. Okay, tier 7, not much here to say. Zidane with his boards is so strong, and Snow also, he's very strong as a tank, and purple characters here. Pain was here just as an extra for her debuffs, but yeah, she was like barely doing anything besides these two. And speaking of pain, tier 8. The first time I tried this, I won with my first run. I used Zac with his board, of course, and there was Fusion and Agrias as my third character, and then I decided to take out Fusion because I destroyed the stage easily. So I thought, what if I could bring Lulu instead of Fusion? And that was even before Fusion's character boards, and it was so easy, so I thought, let's just change to Lulu. And then I regret that moment because Lulu is just doing nothing, and it was so difficult actually to go through this stage again. Even with Zac's super purple character boards and protecting the team, Agrias was here just to do some paralyzing, which it helped at some moments, especially in the last wave. Okay, what if I tell you is tier 9 is the one I struggled the most? I mean, I said tier 8 was so bad because of the change I did and the mistake. Tier 9 is just a mess. I hated tier 9 so bad because of wave 1 with the Knights Horses thing, and the second wave with the Ice Giant is just so crazy. Like, I hated it so much and I didn't want to use any of my strong characters. I mean, those 3 that I used are 3 purples and 3 strong characters. But yeah, it's just so messy and barely made it in the end. And I don't think I'm gonna do this over again for these 3 characters. Even though 8, I know he's the solo king here, but whatever. I don't wanna see this stage over again. Kais, Sylvie, and Leo. Do I have to say anything here? I mean, it was so simple, so easy, total annihilation, easy win, because you know these 3 characters are favorites, or at least Kais in here and Sylvie. And Leo, you know him. I don't need to explain much about this stage. It's so one of the easiest because I used my favorites. After 9 and 8, I just felt like I need to destroy something here. Now for tier 11, I can't even remember where I started or whom I started with, but in the end I felt like my damage is not doing very well, so I changed to Peace and Noctis here, and the damage went so skyrocketing. You know, these 2 are together are so strong, and there are so many debuffs from the bosses in here, so the easiest way is to bring someone to protect you from all these debuffs, and that's why Lena is here. Last but not least, tier 12. Yeah, I mean, I tried few teams before this one and they all failed. I remember I used Chantoto and I used Ace, and their damage is not really that good. It was so difficult, but yeah, I mean, when I brought X-Death, he fixed all the problems that I had at the start. And in the end, I barely have done it, like 114 out of 115 turns was so crazy. And that the boss in the end, he did his all attack and he almost cost me the last mission for the HP damage, which is so crazy and scary at the last moment. Very recommended to use Arcielas in here because of her HP silence debuffs and also dispelling enemies buffs. If you reach this level, I would say good luck, and it's not impossible, it's just too stressful and you need to be patient with these enemies, know how they're acting and counter that using the right skills at the right time. That was all it. I hope I didn't take much of your time. Hopefully this is very helpful to you. If not, please let me know in the comments. I would love to help everyone getting those amazing rewards. And remember, have fun, stay safe. Adios, amigos.